Hello everyone. So today welcome back to Inside Business, the podcast that discuss about business world in relaxed but meaningful way. So I'm Putri. Today we are going to talk about business world. So the entrepreneur phase. This is negotiation and persuasion. So today I'm here with two amazing guests. There is have a lot of experience in business. Let's get right to it. There is Astika and Asti.
Hello Putri, I'm so happy to be able to join Inside Business.
Okay, hello everyone, hello Putri. Wow, its topic is really exciting and I can't wait to talk about that.
Okay, before we talk more, let's get us to know each other so our listener feel more comfortable. Astika, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Yes, hello everyone, I'm Astika. I'm currently the owner of an Esik brand in one of the major mall in Surabaya. I started this business in 2021, and honestly, from the very first of opening, it's filled of negotiation, from tenant leases, commission split with headquarters, and to collaboration with other brands, and so you could say that the negotiation is just part of the retail business.
Oh, that's really interesting, especially since the retail world is so competitive. How about you, Asti?
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Asti Pasmita, you can call me Asti and I'm the event organizer of the Sparkline event. So in my works, I handle a lot of events and also MSME, or in Bahasa we often call UMKM festivals, and also we handle about decoration and campus event and also the outside of campus events. So in my works also we handle a lot of decorative media and also creative events. And in my work also, there is a lot of negotiation sessions that I already felt, and yeah, there's a lot of hard things, but in that time also I got new partners to collaborate. That's all.
Oh, that's amazing. They are in different career, but they can't escape negotiation. So I want to ask you guys, after you heard the word of negotiation, what comes to on your mind?
Okay, for me, negotiation is art of achieving mutual benefit. So it's not about who wins, but how both parties can feel satisfied. Sometimes compromise is necessary, but if it is done with strategy and respect, the result can be a win-win solution.
Okay, I totally agree with Astika. So the persuasive is the key of the communication, so that we must be able to influence a lot of people about our negotiations like that. For example, in my business, I already felt about is everyone want just like we can call a wow events, but in a cheap price. So I was able to explain to them that events is not only about cheap and also expensive price, but also it's about the value of the exchange.
Wow, that's really interesting. By the way, Asti, you have met a client who are perfectionists, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of them.
Okay, have you ever had a negotiation experience you met you to rank your brand?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of people like that because I already do my business since 2019. So there is a corporate clients that they want a gala dinner, a big gala dinner, but they have a limited cost. Yeah, and I couldn't say no because I was professional business, and what I do is using the persuasive communication, just like Astika already said before. So I made a small presentation to them and I tell them there is another concept that is more elegant but also with the cost efficiency just like they want. And also I offering a lot of benefits outside there, just like social media promotion and also documentation of the photography of their gala dinner. And here they agree with my concept because they are think that I also offering another solutions, not just a service like that.
Wow, that's awesome. That you call value-based negotiation. Now it's Astika. You must often meet negotiation with mall or supplier. How was the experience?
Yes, that's right. One of the most difficult negotiation is when we first open the brands. The mall is offer a very high rental price. I knew they were in strong position, but I also have a bargaining power that from an international brand that could attract traffic. So I proposed a mutually beneficial partnership that they would get a big name of ESIC and I would get a discount from the rental price. And after several meetings, we reached a deal. And now it has become a very positive long-term relationship.
Well, there you go, a truly win-win deal that benefit both of parties. But I'm curious of you guys, have you have experienced that file negotiation but you guys learn from it?
Okay, I'll go first. I ever felt about that because at the beginning I very enthusiastic about this business and I just made a concept from what has come up in my mind. I just made by myself, different by myself, and I didn't listen to the customer or clients what they need. Yeah, and it turns out that the customer just want to be heard about what they want and what they need. And from the experience, I already learned that listening skills are also important too in negotiation. So listening skill are same important with the speaking skills in negotiation.
I have been there too. I once worked with another brand on a sport brand collaboration, and I was to focus on ESIC part without considering their promotional need. And in the end, the deal fell through. But now, first I start with negotiation and understanding their needs and goals, and then develop a strategy.
Whoa, both of you are really good. So the key is not just being good at talking, but also good at listening and understanding the need of the other party. But by the way, I'm curious, have you met people who has different characteristics during the negotiation? Is there a type of person who is the most difficult to negotiate with?
Usually, the trickiest one are the super detailed type. They always ask about everything down to the last comma. But I've learned to stay patient and prepare a complete data. But if you can answer clearly and calmly, the trust in us is immediately increased.
Okay, for me, the tricky one is the opposite in Astika, which is the tricky one in Astika was the detailed one, but for me, the tricky one is the relaxed person because at the beginning they always say yes, yes, I want that, just up to you. They just make that simple because they always say yes. But at the day when my team are doing execution, they want a lot of repetition. Like I want that change, I want that change, just like that. And from that, I learned that at the beginning, I always draw up a lot of things they want in the written things, and we can call it MOU. And yeah, from that, we can avoid the miscommunication at the beginning.
Okay, that's so true. So in negotiation, it's not just about being a good talker, but also how to know dealing with the other people who has a different character. Okay, before we wrap up, I want to ask you guys. So, what do you think? A quick tip of a secret of negotiation.
Okay, from me, be empathic and flexible is the one of the key, especially for you guys when you want to be an event organizer. So don't be strict with your own needs because the negotiation is not a battle of ego, but also is the way we must finding the between ground, the middle ground that make both of parties feel comfortable with that conclusion.
Okay, from me, always come with prepared data, strategy, and even alternative plans because it's so important. It gives us to a strong decision and allow us to be more calm during a discussion.
Wow, very insightful. So, in conclusion, good negotiation require preparation, empathy, and also good communication skills. It's not just about who wins, but also how to create value together. Thank you so much, Astika and Asti, for your insight on Inside Business today.
Thank you, Putri. It was so much fun talking to you.
Okay, thank you so much everyone, and we hope also our listener can implement good negotiation when doing business.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, guys. So that's all for today's episode. So don't forget to follow Inside Business for your interesting insight in business world and entrepreneurship. And I'm Putri. See you next episode.